Hey guys, my name is TheEpicAlec, and welcome back to Death and Taxes. Last time we had talked, Lady Poddington, she tried to commit the perfect sabotage. God, saying that out loud is even worse. Also, Fate was a bit of a... I'm not even 30 seconds in. A-hole. He was a bit of an a-hole, and implied that I have no sense of self, I guess. So let's just go on with our day. I'm willing to bet that it was a test, because there's no way Fate would just be like, hey, you wanna, maybe you should be your own, hello, window shopping for planets. Could this planet be our future home? Infamous CEO sails their enormous yacht directly into a beach found impaled on a tree. Comunista damages from fracking deemed to be too excessive and expensive. Government vows to shift towards developing better renewable energy sources. New CT scan machine design proposed by prominent radiologist enters prototype stage. Exciting! Drunken crane operator tips crane into the sea. School bus driver on a stroll struck by a drunken driver. Irony. All the terrible life choices of popular MeTube creator finally catch up to them. Interesting. Congratulations, Grim. You passed the performance review as expected. But let us not dwell on the past. I need you to focus on the future. This will be a tough day. Be attentive. A total of 6 humans have to die. At least 3 humans with a scientific background have to die. At least 2 humans aged 30 or younger have to die. Humans are so easily corrupted. Good reaping, Fate. Alright, well. Scientific background. Does psychology student count as a scientific background? I don't think it does. That's more mental. Kelsey Hadley, 25, psychology student. Kelsey specializes in children's psychology. They want to be a mother and a kindergarten teacher. Their main hobbies are watching and criticizing films and swimming. Okay. Right. Melina Altamira, 30, taxi driver. Melina is stuck right in the middle of a taxi mafia turf war. They've had their tires slashed, their car chained to a traffic sign post, the front window painted, and the interior of their car filled with foam. They're now considering joining an app-based rideshare service. So Uber. Okay, I'm leaning towards die with you, I guess. Abu al-Filani, 35, white-collar criminal. Growing up, Abu showed great promise in being a talented artist. At one point, they shifted their efforts towards forgeries of different types, from paintings to money, at which they are also highly skilled. Okay. Alright, IG Kanika. I have hair in my face. 31, inmate. IG is currently incarcerated at the local jail for producing hard drugs at the organic synthesis lab they had access to as a chemistry student. They still dream of finishing their degree program after getting out of jail. IG now wishes to be a diplomat, as they are constantly negotiating gain deals in jail and surviving. Okay. Holland Negan, 30, burglar. Once during a routine burglary, Holland got attacked by a kid who was unintentionally left behind by their vacationing family. This occurrence made them appreciate the quiet days far more. Usually they leave a clean house behind, sometimes even doing the dishes. So Home Alone. That's one of the burglars from Home Alone. Glory Magnuson Helberg, 42, historian. When still in their early 20s, Glory harbored some edgy and extreme views on society and the world in general, up until the point that they grew up and calmed down, readjusting their innate interest on societal issues to gain greater knowledge of history and the myriad structures that affect our lives. Okay, you're outside of the age range. Ooh, a mathematician. I'm pretty sure that counts as a scientific background. Fiona Yao, 22, mathematician. A sharp mind and quick wit have served Fiona well. They are the maths expert in a popular science show, making maths cool again and hoping no one notices their extensive tax fraud endeavors. Well, you unfortunately have to die. And then you, a researcher, so that's science, Amanita Muscovich, 29 researcher. Amanita has dedicated their life to researching the end of days. When not working, they take their pile of dogs for a walk, or snobbishly drive around in their vintage car, even though the battery is chronically empty. Otherwise, they've no personality or political views whatsoever. Okay, so that's 2 out of 6, and that's 2 people with a science background. I don't see anybody. Actually, we just hang on 1 second. Okay, Google. Does psychology count as science? A social science. Oof. Occasionally. This is. I'm going. Wait. No, there's a loop. I don't know. Alright, that's a tough one. Okay, so there's 3 dead. I'm going to kill. Alright, I'm gonna kill you. And you. And let's just say that the paint bucket kills this guy. Heads up! And then you get to live, and you get to live. That should be it, right? That should count. That should work. Should be functional.
Good evening, Grim. I hope you are doing well. I forgot to ask you yesterday. How did it feel going through almost a whole week on your own?
Basic. One day follows another.
Just so. Even we cannot stop the constant advance of time.
I'm using my hand here. Ooh, hello. I'm using my hand. There we go.
Well, let us quickly go over the usual administrative matters.
I'm using my thigh. My knee, actually. Nope, my thigh. Okay.
I see you have marked the appropriate number of profiles. Yay. Honestly, this corporate mandate is growing a bit tiresome. Oh well, what must be done? Speaking of, yesterday marked a significant moment in your career. Are you content with your evaluation?
I'm not sure about the whole rebellion thing you spoke of.
Oh, the fancy of my imagination. Take it as a metaphor.
What's a metaphor?
This reminds me. Have you any questions? It has been a while since we had a personable dialogue.
I'm still a bit unclear on the origin of the rules.
What do you mean?
Do you pick what's supposed to happen and thus make it happen?
Oh, nothing of the sort. The world, and the people therein, create the situations themselves without our interference.
Okay.
Our data mongers assemble, collate, and examine wide swathes of data, and calculate the parameters for the necessary equilibrium. We do not directly cause deaths, although our choices can modify the structure slightly.
How can that be? If I mark profiles, don't these decisions affect other people?
In a sense. But this is certainly not a one-to-one sequence of causal links. You should consider time works a bit differently in here. Anything else?
Let's piggyback off of what you just said. How long is a day anyway?
The complexity of time. Imagine that it is not a fixed and stable entity.
Time is a human construct, just saying.
I am sure you did not think only 15 days have passed since your arrival. Considering the frequency and magnitude of events in your moderately sized region.
Then how does it work? Whoops. Okay.
Time is an inconsistent flux. While you rest, days, weeks, months may pass at different intervals.
Okay.
Profiles from diverse moments appear on the same day, interlaced, within a rhizome of time and space stretching beyond mere 4 dimensions. That is why causal links are difficult to establish, and the equilibrium is of unfathomable complexity. Anything else?
Ooh. What's my history? Was I someone?
You are a death spawn. I crafted you out of different materials.
Where did my parts come from?
The store. And places.
Uh-huh.
Anything else?
Do you play chess? I recall some film about death with tons of chess.
No. I am instead particular to this game called Go. Aesthetically pleasing, less violent and imperialistic.
Go?
Anything else?
Nope, we're done.
Until tomorrow, Grim.
A Leviathan Obliviator. An eraser. Ooh, yes.
Avast! This tale is beyond reproach. We were sailing the high seas when we found a shipwreck full of these off the coast of the Wild Waste.
And a mirror. I'll get the mirror just for the sake of them.
'Tis wondrous
mirror.
marvel. Once upon...
Ha. Hey, I can...
Knock.
What? Hello?
Hello. Kind of you to finally answer.
Huh? Who are you?
We are the exalted Chimera, envied by all the blind, arrogant fools. We are Angst Ex Nihilo. We are nothing. A despicable failure. We are Elan Vital, the guide who won't lead astray. If only you learn to listen. We are death. How does it feel?
What the fuck? What does what feel? I don't understand.
You know, dying. You do remember, right?
I knew it!
He's seeing you, Reaver. It's a
I knew it!
grim world out there.
I knew it! I was human. Fate killed me. I knew it. I'm gonna go gold. Because that's what I'm gonna do. Gonna go gold. I'm going to become Fate. End of day researcher eaten at their lab by bugs used for research. The end of days draw near. Already the bugs rebel. There is no escape. No one will serve. Okay, sorry. Me too, but welcome to our history, a new series on the structures behind the shifts and changes of society. Burglar stumbles on a frighteningly complex array of traps during a break-in, dies from serious head trauma. Huge amounts of MMMA just came out of nowhere, police claim. What's MMMA? Famous forger found dead in their apartment, possible mob hit suspected. Government to crack down on taxi turf war after a driver dies of a stupid prank pulled on their vehicle. The world's oldest person still around and kicking. Look here, Grim. How about we try out some brand new methods of strengthening the equilibrium? I have great faith in these techniques of a more structural nature. A total of 2 humans have to die. The humans on the opposite end of the profile bundle must die. Yes, this may be the key. Fate. So wait, hang on. You're basically forcing me to kill here. 'Cause I guarantee you are telling me to kill these 2. So, if I'm understanding this correctly, he's asking me to kill Omar Al-Amir, a 70-year-old retired person. When younger, Omar postponed reading literature, thinking, oh, I'll get around to it once I'm old. When the time finally came, they started going through novels, novellas, short story collections, etc., one after the other. Now they regret the earlier decision, as they're afraid they'll die before they get to read all these books. And then Caleb Sadi Rondeau, 30, a junior researcher. Right after graduation, Cal went to work at the Acedia Institution, where they have been researching strange experimental pathogens. The goal is to achieve a potential breakthrough in human cell regeneration. It's a pretty dangerous job, as it oftentimes involves the use of very sharp instruments. Or, fate is telling me to kill these two. Mandis Hamir, 51, editor-in-chief. Before Amandus took over the Daily Moon, the newspaper was in decline. With ruthless determination, they turned the paper into the tabloid powerhouse we know today. While recklessly digging through the lives of others, they've used the paper to suppress rumors about themselves. And Justice Esses Cree, 114, retired. Justice takes the greatest pleasure in listening to wondrous bird songs every morning after waking up. They spend most of their time at home as moving around has become burdensome, although it's still possible. They love vanilla ice cream and bananas. Alright, coin, tell me which side do I kill? Heads, this side, tails, this side. Ooh, okay, so this side. Alright, thank you. Die. Live. And live. And call it a day. I believe I understood how that worked.
Grim, my fellow colleague, I have been deliberating a matter. Perhaps you can be of assistance. Should I become a writer? I could write many compelling works of fiction. I am an antique, after all. I have much experience.
Sure, why not?
Why not? Indeed. Why not? I shall continue my contemplation. But for now, it's time for daily feedback.
Yeah.
All the files are in order. Excellent work. You are a testament to meticulousness.
Meow, the cat mutters in contentment.
Well, off you go now. I must return to my deliberations.
What is the deal with the devil? Human regeneration, just around the corner or just a pipe dream? Managing editor of the Daily Moon drowns after caught stalking and harassing offspring of local crime boss. World's oldest person finally sheds their mortal coil at the incredible age of 114. President Naya Bree visiting Cosmopolis City as part of a goodwill tour. Read me. A fresh idea. I hope you are still well motivated from our performance discussion. You will be required to demonstrate utmost precision today. All humans in the bottom row have to die. Keep the chaos away, will you? Cheers. Fate. Okay, that's pretty simple. So these three have to die here. Just these three. What's their deal, though? Renee O'Shaughnessy, 27, teacher. Renee teaches languages and literary criticism to high schoolers, an arduous task, all things considered. They have an interest in education science with the aim to upgrade the teaching methods of other teachers, as many of the old-timers are not up to date with modern approaches. Naya Zoe Bree, 45, president. Naya is the youngest person to be elected to the office of president of Galstad, a small but wealthy nation. They ran on a platform of construction enormous sky fortresses, immense, heavily armed flying citadels. Who wouldn't love a couple of those? And Moa Borg, 50, a defense systems developer. Moa has been working for the Faden Arms Defense System Company for 2 decades, designing new weapons platforms in order to keep the country safe. It's extremely important to modernize your weaponry. They've been known to declare often. New technology brings safety and security for everyone. Okay, well, you all have to die. I'm sorry. Boop. Boop. And boop. Alright, so what's the deal with you guys? Hang on. Anson Sin, 22, sinner. Anson loves to sin and is committed to performing all the 4 deadly sins daily. They live in a cave outside the city, avoiding law enforcement. 4 deadly sins? I thought it was 7. Speed is working for the devil. Satya Dar, 25, governess. Satya is just making some extra money providing teaching services in a couple of wealthy private households. They're saving up for a lengthy worldwide trip during which they plan to visit as many countries as possible. Satya is an avid fan of kite flying. Okay, you can live. Whoops, hang on. I appreciate that. Nikolai Hillis, 46, unemployed. Nikolai isn't going to work anymore, ever, and they really don't have to. Because once upon a time they stole a ton of money in a heist, then hid the money, and then all their heist partners died due to more or less mysterious causes. Okay, you're gonna get arrested. And then Emmanuel Snow, 32, and is a history teacher. What is history anyway? A collection of stories made up by those who have access to power, and even then it's full of mistakes and errors. That is why Emmanuel has grown ever more interested in teaching alternate theories to their students. Okay. You know nothing, Emmanuel Snow.
Deathspawn, I have been ruminating on the humans. They vex me. Why do they exist? Their presence still seems unnecessary. Would it all not be simpler without them?
Maybe, but it's not our call to make.
Perhaps. We do still hold some control over the levers.
I really don't see this line of thought going anywhere.
Ah, never mind my ramblings. I acknowledge your patience and loyalty.
Thank you.
Well, I appreciated the discourse. Good night.
Wait, I didn't even get my daily review.
Oh, right. Slipped my mind. Well, if it is that important to you. It seems you marked the proper amount of profiles. Well done and all that. Now depart. I have things to contemplate.
Okay.
Hey there.
Whoa.
What you up to, killer?
What now?
The suffering. How many lives have you taken? Do you even count? Starting to look a bit grim, ain't it? I guess that's already in the name. Grim Reaper.
It's my name, so what?
Nothing. Believe it's for a good cause, as always. It's not as if life and death are directly in your control. No wonder fate picked you for the crafting pot.
What is she talking about? Weapons researcher killed during test of a new fully AI-driven automated drone. Poor and out-of-date educational standards lead to mistakes and decreased competency all around the business world. Lack of historical accuracy on the rise as misinformation spreads. Yo, my history buffs, you gotta check this new theory on the lost city of Ramathar. President Breed dies in a helicopter crash. Flying Citadel plans shelved. Law enforcement on the lookout. Old stolen banknotes reappear into circulation. Sitting at an all-time high, church officials warn. Genetically modified crops proven to be a hoax. Use all natural fertilizers. Instructions. Tidings, Groom. Life should not be too predictable, do you not agree? You could use a little bit of alteration and alternation every so often, and I have developed just the thing for it. Quota for the day. Every other profile has to die. Must now return to my research. Fate. Okay. Scam artist. A liar and a grifter. Francois Fukushima, 66. Francois is an ex-politician who has spent many years writing books of ignorant nonsense. These words and actions have caused a veritable butterfly effect of misery on a global scale, which they now profit off of. Daya Sastry, 27, painter. Daya paints nudes and nudes only. For some reason, these paintings don't sell very well, and they've been playing around with the idea of pivoting into a life of sin after being inspired by a prominent sinner, Anson. Daya has already made several nude paintings of the sinner. Charlie Smythe, 41, Supply Chain Coordinator. An efficient supply chain is the core of logistics, and Charlie, being detail-oriented, is proficient at optimizing exactly these kinds of pipelines. They're also excessively proud of this, which unfortunately has blinded them to their developing addiction of amphetamine-based focus aids. Ocean Weiss, 24, Disciple of Sin. Ocean started off as a devotee of Anson, the initial sinner, but quickly grew belligerent and took off to demonstrate how actual proper sinning should be done. Anson's sinning just didn't seem like good enough to them. Jack Cujo, 32, office worker. Jack has lived a great and kind life. They've been working in the local Beats & Brothers consultancy firm for 7 years, ever since graduating college. Recently, they've been looking for a way to turn their life around in order to stop being an office drone. Ahmad Zakaria, 46, farmer/inventor. Ahmad has never been happy with the status quo, as in with whatever they currently happen to have. They're always aiming higher and further, experimenting in various different fields in order to find new ways for ever more productive crops. Park Lee, 52, tech support. Park works as a team leader at Toyabishi, providing tech support for a variety of important companies across the northern countries. This can be more interesting than one assumes, as sometimes the programs companies use break down in incredibly puzzling ways. Lissa Markovic, 47, housekeeper. Lissa loves to engage in gossip. They have a binder full of information about the people living in the house they work at, and a separate binder for all the people who visit. Most of the information is sensitive and used to blackmail the wealthy, and they do it all for their children. Wait, so you live... Oh, right, yeah. Live. And then you... Where'd my eraser go? Oh, was it one time used only? God damn. God dang it. Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
Grim, welcome. Remember when I told you of my idea to become an author? I think I have reached a conclusion.
I'm all ears, metaphorically speaking.
Appreciate it. Now, you might find this shocking. Truly, I have decided to set myself upon the path of grand artistry. I shall compose a novel most illustrious, one that will explain everything.
Cool. Can I read it?
Certainly. Once it is finished, you will be the recipient of the first copy of the first printing. Anyway, we have some official business to take care of, yes? The tedium of profiles. Alas, you have marked fewer deaths than necessary. A reprimand will be noted down. Let not your attention be diverted from the tasks at hand. Be attentive. Now I bid thee goodbye. The inaugural words of the greatest novel of all time will be engraved tonight.
Alright, I'm gonna leave this episode here. I'm thinking. My idea originally was to simply just do this playthrough completely as I'm told, follow the rules completely, but seeing how I've messed it up, perhaps it's time I start rebelling a little bit. Maybe it's time I overthrow fate. I feel like we should all hit that like button. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button. I don't care if you hit the bell. If you have any tips, thoughts, suggestions, anything like that, leave them down in the comment section below. If you want to follow me on any of my other social medias, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, or you want to follow my Twitch account, or join my subreddit, links are all in the description down below. And yeah, I will see you guys later.